Welcome to Angelic Spring Tarot, and this is Tarot After Dark. All right. Um, this is not going to be a tarot section. This is going to be a section where I teach you about spiritual things, tell you about manifestation. This is going to be a section where I'm going to tell stories about my experiences and what have you, okay? And I'm going to teach you some things. I'm going to be opening up some truth as well. If you have any question, you can drop it down below. And if you're a returning subscriber, I welcome you back to this channel. If you're a new person here, I also welcome you. If you have any friends or family who like discussions like this, you can also send the video to them, share the video, like the video. It encourages me to create more videos, okay? So I'm going to be giving several teachings here, discussions, and what have you, okay? For today, I'm going to be talking about why spirits test you before they bless you, okay? Um, why do spirit test you before they bless you? And um, the spirits I refer to here, they are mostly divine spirits, high vibrational spirits, nature spirits, angels, archangels, not the low vibrational spirit that you can bind to do a specific work for you, okay? These are spirits that I'm talking about divine spirit. I'm talking about very old spirits, spirits that were around at the beginning of the world. There is a name they call them. I can't remember the name right now. Okay, I can maybe later I'm going to put it in the comments. Okay, but today I'm going to be talking about why spirits test you before they bless you. So if you're dealing with nature spirit, you're dealing with high vibrational spirit, angelic spirit, archangel spirits, most of them will not hand things over to you for free. In fact, spirit do not hand things over for free, okay? The spiritual law states that you give and you take, okay? So once you are, you know, maybe initiated to one of these spirits and you're praying for a certain blessing, maybe a blessing of money, a possession, or even gifts. These spirits, they do not give it, they did not hand it over. Most of them are not, they are not easily given. Like most of them do not just give you stuff just like that. They don't, okay? They will test you first. Most of them love to test you. They love testing, like it's their trademark, okay? If you work with those spirits, you will know that they do not just hand things over to you because you asked for them. So most of them will test you, and they have different ways of testing. And one of the ways they can test you is through delay and silence, okay? So they would kind of withhold the result of what you are trying to manifest to see if you will remain faithful, patient and trusting. If you're a Christian, you will see that the same principle applies to the Bible as well. God usually tests people, before they. Hi, Nicole, how are you doing? So God usually tests people before he actually answers. Okay, he used to test his people and see if they will remain faithful to him. So spirit will test you first before they hand things over to you. They do not just hand things over like that. They will also test you with loss and scarcity. So before they give you wealth, they may strip you down of everything you have. It's funny, but it's true. They may take your money, they may take your influence, they may take your association or things you value, okay? Just to see if you're not there, you're not coming to them just for survival, okay? They want to see if you value service, if you're going to be faithful, all right? So they may hit you with that first. Then They can also bring temptation towards you, okay? So you may meet distractions, you may meet rivals. They can send people to X you. They can send, you know, different blockages, false opportunities, just to test your wisdom, okay? They want to see how wise you are, okay? They want to see how you handle things, okay? Now, if you are a spiritualist, spirit can bring people with a lot of problems towards you. They will bring, people for you to heal. They will bring people for you to help because they want to see if you can help people, if you can learn sacrifice. Okay. Hi Lisa, how are you doing? I'm going to do a another live stream after this. That's going to be the tarot reading live stream. Okay. For now, I just want to talk about this topic quickly before I, you know, read this morning. Okay. So if you are a spiritualist, they can send you people with a lot of problems to help. They want to see if you will really help people. All right. They want to see if you have the spirit of sacrifice. Okay. So, what are the things they want to see when they send you, when they send you all these temptations or when they delay things for you? They want to see consistency. Okay. They want to see if you will keep praying, if you will keep, worshiping, if you will keep up your routine as a spiritual person. They want to see faithfulness in you. They want to test if you are there to, if you want, spirituality as your way of life, not just coming to take and go. Okay. They want to see if you're pure in heart. So when they test you, when they send, test your way, they want to see how you react. Like some people will be good when things are going well for them, but when things are going bad for them, they become evil, they become, very jealous and envious. They want to see if you're that kind of a person. But if your purity remains the same, even in the face of temptation, trials, spirit will know that you're genuine, okay? So they will know that you are you have integrity, okay? So they want to also test your obedience as well. So as a spiritual person, if you are blocked or your manifesting is not coming into fruition, spirit will check if you will still follow your taboos, if you will still follow their instructions and signs, even when you do not fully understand what is happening. And lastly, they want to check your strengths. They want to check how well you can withstand envy, opposition without breaking. Because if you're a spiritual person, if you're spiritual, you need to have a lot of strength, spiritual strength, physical strength. Your strength of character need to be very strong. You need to be convinced of what you're doing. So they want to see that confidence in you. Okay. So, what are some of the reasons for testing you? First of all, is protection. Sometimes the things you may be asking for, it may not be the right time for you to ask them. For example, you're asking for wealth, okay? Maybe you would, maybe without experience, you may squander the wealth. Maybe you may not be able to protect yourself when that wealth come because once you have wealth, you will be attacked. So if you're thinking about wealth, once you have wealth, the next thing for you to do is protection. So they want to see if you have, they want to really protect you. They want to like train you to be wise before they give you that blessing so that you can be able to handle that blessing when it comes. Okay. So another reason is building your capacity. Okay. So through struggle, you can be able to build your power. You can be able to build your strength, your hold. Okay. So when you finally get that blessing, you'll be able to protect that blessing that they've given you. Then another reason for testing you is proof of loyalty. Okay. So Just as kings test their warriors before entrusting them with commands, spirits also test you before entrusting you with with mysteries. Okay, they test you before giving you a secret. They want to know if you're going to expose that secret or if you're going to keep that secret. If you really have, the maturity to take what they are giving you. Okay, so, and then the last reason is balance. Okay, so if you've tasted hardship before blessings, you will learn compassion, you will learn wisdom, you will learn patience. Okay, so you know that you will not abuse your power when they finally give you, especially when it comes to gifts. Okay, spirit do not just give gifts because they know that if they hand it over to the wrong person will misuse that gift. So they want to know if you're really responsible enough to hold that gift. As a spiritual person, you know that you do not just react when somebody send you evil eye. You do not just react when somebody send you an X. As spiritual person, in my practice as a spiritual person, sometimes I will there is no time somebody attack me that I do not know that somebody is attacking me. Sometimes I don't know the person, I know their names. Sometimes I would see the person's face in my visions. Sometimes I will see their names in my visions. Sometimes I would even see their names in a vision in my live stream. Okay, but I do not just attack because I have the capacity to. I also test the person as well, watch the person to see if the person is going to change. So, just because you have gifts to be able to protect yourself, to be able to attack, do not mean that you must use it. Okay? For me, for me as a spiritualist, I do healing work as well a lot. I do cleansing work a lot as well. It's not everything I respond to, it's not every attack I respond to. If the attack is not heavy, I would let it go. If the person is not really a worthy enemy, sometimes I do consider some people unworthy enemies because I feel like if I attack back, it may cause a lot of damage to them. It may even cost them their life. If I see that it may cause them a lot, I would refrain from attacking back. And at that point in time, I will just go and do cleansing. That is maturity. So the fact that you have a gift does not mean that you should use it on anybody you see. Okay, sometimes these are tests. Spirit just want to see if you're a wicked person or if you have a good heart. All right, so that's one of the reasons why spirit may test you with temptations or withhold blessings when you're asking for blessing. Okay, so after tests, after you've passed the series of tests, you will just notice that you will start getting blessings from everywhere. Like everything you're looking for, they will start giving it to you. You will have gifts. For me, anytime I actually pass my temptations, my trials, my blessings, I notice that I get a new gift, or they show me, some kind of secret, or you know I get money. I will just notice that a lot of money, lump sum, will just come to me through an unexpected means. I may just get a client that is, willing to pay me money for a particular work, and it always comes in bulk. Okay, so this is how spirit can test you before the Sorry about that. This is how spirit can test you before they actually bless you. So, I just want you guys to know about this. And to end this discussion, I want to tell you about my story, a little bit about a particular experience I had. So, personally, I do have, nature spirits that I work with. And most times, not most times, at all times, every time I have specific time where I go to ground myself, I go into nature sometimes to ground myself. And, there are specific locations where I go to connect with my spirit guides. And when I go there, even if I'm sick and I go there, immediately I go there, I get healed, basically. Okay. Whatever is happening to me will just stop because I'm connected to whatever spirit guide that is there. So there is this river I go to connect with my spirit guides. Both the land associated with that river and the river where I go to connect with my spirit guides. So on this occasion, this river is actually a very big and long river. It has different outlets where you can go to connect to get access to this particular river, right? So I had just moved from one of the outlets to a new location, a new outlet of the river. So on this day, that was my first day of going to the river through that specific outlet. That specific outlet is like a mini forest, okay? It's a small forest. Um, and people do not usually go there like that. You have trees and bushes, and the bushes, each time I go there, I notice that the bushes can the bushes are not just bushes. They kind of hide the path to that particular, to that particular opening. Okay, so the bushes like it's like when you enter. No, when I was about to enter into it, I noticed that it was closed. Like the outside looked like there was no path inside. There was no. It was just filled with bushes. But when I entered this side, I noticed that there was a path. But when I entered, the bush closed as like it kind of opened as I was entering and closed back. So I noticed that the bushes were not just bushes. It was as if they were speaking. So now I entered into the path and tried to connect to the particular river. So customarily I would actually go to walk into the river. Sometimes I enter into the river, the shallow part and all that stuff. So, but on this day, I got to the bank of the river. As I was walking into the river, I got stopped somewhere at the bank of that particular outlet of the river. So, I got stuck and I noticed I was sinking as well. So, I started trying to struggle to remove my leg, and I noticed that my left leg was stuck. It was stuck and I could not remove it. So, I was also just trying to remove myself from there. And finally, I was able to remove myself from there, but I noticed that my left footwear was taken. So um, I started trying to get my footwear back. Okay, so as I was trying to get my footwear, a very heavy rain fell. And when the rain was falling, you know, it was as if the rain was telling me that I should not go get it. It has been taken by the spirit and I should not get it. So something was preventing me from getting my footwear, getting back my footwear. So I was actually very pissed. I was so pissed. I just gave my gifts to whatever gift I brought. I gave it to the land, I gave it to the water. I'd never prayed as I usually used to pray, and I got angry. I got so pissed and I went back home barefooted under the rain, basically. Okay. I was just so pissed that day. And when I got home, like within 24 hours, I got a very big blessing. I cannot talk about it, but something very big and very positive, very nice happened to me. So that was a test. That was a test by spirits, but that was extreme. That was a very physical test slash initiation. My footwear that was taken was an initiation to that particular land, to that particular outlet. Okay. So this is just a way that spirit can test you. I have tons and tons of other experiences, okay, which I will drop in on this channel little by little, but I'm not going to go very deep, okay? So that is one way spirits can test you. Okay, and after the test, they give you blessings. All right, so um, that was a test for me, which I actually passed. That didn't stop me from going there. I go there. I still go there. I still go and connect, you know, and I still do whatever work I'm supposed to do. All right. So this is just an example of how spirit can test you. Um, if this resonates with you, please comment down below. Let me know. If you have a question, you can also write it down in description box. Sorry, in the comments. And if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in my next video or in my next series of tarot after that, guys. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.